Basically, this new executive order says, everyone who crosses like Jose Ibarra will now be, sent back or deported to the country that they came from, except for a whole bunch of these exceptions. And one of those exceptions is detention capacity. So again, it maintains those same exact loopholes that had existed before, so there's going to be no change.
Welcome to The Debrief, where we talk with the Washington Examiner's top journalists about the headlines they're covering and where the story's going next. I'm Sarah Bedford, and I'm here with commentary editor Conn Carroll. Conn, Joe Biden issued a new executive order this week that is supposed to fix the crisis at the border, which he blames on Republicans. What does this executive order do, and is it going to fix the problem?
Short answer is nothing. It's not going to do anything. And it's not going to fix the problem.
All right.
So basically what the executive order does is it maintains all the same loopholes that exist in the current Biden policy while trying to say that he shuts down the border. So basically they issued a memo take a step back. The order itself says that by proclamation of the president, when more than 2,500 migrants pass the southern border each day, then this new shutdown power comes in, and migrants, as they're taken in, will be immediately expelled from the country. Currently, that should be the current policy already, but it's not. Basically, what he does now is he takes these migrants in, gives them a notice to appear in court, and sends them on their way because there's not enough space in detention facilities. So, for example, Jose Ibarra, the murderer of Lake and Riley in Georgia, he was apprehended in September of 2022. The Border Patrol made the determination, but there wasn't enough space to hold him in detention facilities, and so they paroled him into the country. So basically, this new executive order says, everyone who crosses like Jose Ibarra will now be, sent back or deported to the country that they came from, except for a whole bunch of these exceptions. And one of the exceptions is detention capacity. So again, it maintains those same exact loopholes that had existed before, so there's going to be no change.
What do you make of the timing of this executive order? And then, we got 5 months left until the election. Can this executive order, or does it even intend to, do anything about the millions of undocumented migrants who were already here as a result of the Biden administration's policies?
Sure. I think the way to look at this is to remember Biden's peer in Gaza, right? This is something that was inserted into the State of the Union so that even though he's not really doing anything to fix the Israeli-Gaza conflict, he's not going to end the war, he's not going to bring the hostages home.
Right.
The peer gave him something to point at and say, look, I'm doing something. This executive order, it serves that exact same purpose. It doesn't change anything on the border. It doesn't make anyone any happier. But when people now attack him and say, look, what are you doing about the border? He can say, oh, I signed this executive order. So it's just something to point at on the campaign trail for him to say, I'm doing something, not that it actually does anything.
And finally, Biden has said he wants to bring refugees from Gaza potentially into the United States. Is this a good idea practically, politically?
Short answer, of course, no. So the Department of Homeland Security Office of Inspector General, they released a report last week that looked at a previous round of refugees that Biden brought into the country, this time from Afghanistan. So Biden pulls U.S. troops out of Afghanistan a lot faster than generals recommended. The government collapses, the Taliban takes over, American allies are now facing certain death. Biden takes them out of the country and brings them to the United States. So what the DHS said is Biden doesn't know where these people are. Legally, they were all given 2 years of legal status as refugees, but in order to maintain that legal status, they have to affirmatively apply. That it's not anything where it's just automatically applied. They have to go onto the DHS website, fill out an application, all that stuff. Well, Biden's DHS isn't informing them of this. They're not telling them, hey, your status is up.
Well, how would they if they don't know where they are, right?
Right. You need to apply. So you have literally hundreds of refugees every day whose legal status is all of a sudden expiring because Biden doesn't track these people and he never told them they need to reapply for status. So these are essentially about to be 77,000 illegal immigrants in the United States that, again, what is Biden going to do with?
Well, maybe if we add some more, that'll fix it. So
right.
There we go. Conn, thank you so much for being here today. You can get more writing from Conn and the rest of the commentary team at washingtonexaminer.com.